Bethany from Putting the link here, and earlier in my last video I showed you how to make this really fun traveler's notebook insert with the free printable cover that you can find on my blog, and of course I'll put the link below. But I want to show you how you can take this plain black and white printable journal and turn it into something colorful and fun. Of course, for me, colorful and fun is pink. Of course, you could use any color that you would like though. So let me show you how to start with that. First of all, I like to take the journal where we have stapled it and open it up so that I can paint on both the back and the front. I'm going to use some watercolor, and you do want to put something in between your pages so that you can protect that lovely clean paper on the inside of your journal. You don't want to have a big mess and paint on all your pages and then ruin your journal. So make sure you just have the cover. Probably best to put it this way. And just stick some wax paper. If you have some type of craft mat that you use, you could use that as well. But open it all up. And once you have it open, then it's time to add some watercolor. So, of course, like I said, I love to use pink. So I have my Pelican watercolor set over here. I'll link to that in my blog post, so make sure you check that out. And I'm just going to load my brush with a lot of pink. And I'm going to just start by just doing some washes and just kind of making it almost like a little bit of a ombre effect. Now this copy of the printable was printed at a print shop because I printed a bunch of the covers at one time. So that may affect if your ink bleeds. Like if you print this on your own printer at home, you might see that the ink will bleed. I honestly can't tell you. You could always, if you do that though, you could always add some clear gesso over the page. Just scrape it on with a credit card, a really thin layer, and you could do that to add some just some tooth for the watercolor to be on, and then to protect the print underneath. Once you have it like you want it, you need to either wait for it to dry or you need to dry it yourself. I know you don't want to watch me let paint dry, so I have my heat tool over here so we can dry it really quickly. Now, that's pretty much how I want it, so I'm going to get my heat tool, I'm going to shoot it with some hot air and dry it really quickly. Once everything is good and dry, remove your whatever you're using as a barrier, and you can close your journal up. Now it may be a little crinkly because that happens. If it does get too crinkly for you, you can iron it, believe it or not. Just put a piece of regular printer paper in your iron on a somewhat cool setting, and you can iron over the page to flatten it. What I like to do is just take some really heavy books and put this under a stack of heavy books, and it flattens it really quickly as well. So once we have this, yes, we have some color, and I like that. But let's take some type of marker. I have my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen, which is one of the big brush pens. This is called Pink Madder Lake, and I'm gonna add some shadow to the bigger words. So I'm doing left and lower, meaning that I'm putting a shadow on the left of all the letter lines and then lower of the letter lines. And I think for me it makes it simpler if I do think of every letter as just having lines instead of being a letter, because then that lets you know where you're supposed to put your shadows. Okay, so once you have that, then you have a little bit of shadow that adds some to it. You could even do the little words if you wanted to. I'm not going to today, but you could. Then it's time to add some embellishments, because I love to add embellishments. So I have this dolly that I got from a little pack at Michael's. I think it would be cute at the top, so I think I'm going to add that and then add some little pieces around that. So I have a big glue stick. I'm just going to rub that on. I'm going to line this up here. I think I want it right about there, and smush it down. Smush is a technical term. and cut the excess off. Alright, now that doesn't look like much. We're going to keep working with it. So, I like that. I have this little pennant kind of banner that I cut when I cut some things with my Sizzix machine. So I'm going to glue that on there. I think I'll put it right about here. Line it up with the edge as best as you can. And rub that on. So far so good. And then I have this that I cut out one of my Illustrated Faith packs. But I don't think I like that one. I might like this one better. Let's see. Yeah, I like that one better. The little rose. This is something that I got in a Happy Meal swap. Somebody just sent me some cute little circles. So I'm going to put that here, I believe. Be a good spot for it. And you could always staple. That would be fun. I have a little tiny stapler. So putting staples on the top would be kind of a fun little accent. I have these other stickers that somebody sent me with a Happy Meal. They're Sticko Everyday stickers. I think I'm going to use, they're called Lucy Love. I think I'm going to use one of those on the front. Just to add some dimension. So maybe this cute little heart. I'm going to add it like right here. I might even do one more. Let's do this little tiny one. It's adorable. Do it right here. And it just goes along with the I've hidden your word in my heart, right? So, one thing that I love to do once I have everything down and dry is I like to outline it. And sometimes I mess up and I make a mess, and I can't promise that I won't do that this time. But when you add the outline to me, it just makes it pop. So I'm going to outline around the edges. This is just a Sharpie no bleed pen. So, just outline. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to outline this. Kind of a little bumpy going over the edge of that dolly. Like I said, it makes it pop. So you could use a thicker pen if you wanted to make it pop a little bit more. This is just the one that I grabbed a minute ago. Because I messed up a couple of places, I might go around it with a bit of a messy look just so it looks like I did it on purpose. That's the trick there. If you mess up, make it look like it was on purpose. So there's that. And I just personally think it adds just a little personality to this plain journal. And once you get some stuff in your journal and you add some clips or whatever, it's really cool. Like this one I have that I've used in some of my classes, and I did the pink wash on it. I did a dolly that I cut with my Sizzix and another piece that I cut with my Sizzix, and then I have a little clip in the top that I'm using. So it's really fun just to take these journals and to make them your own. So I really had fun hanging out with you today, and I hope that if you enjoyed this that you will subscribe to my channel, comment below with any questions, and make sure you check out my other videos, one to see how we made this lovely journal in the beginning. Have a great day, guys.